Good evening. Welcome to Hungarian Public Media's News in English, Hungary Reports. I'm Híradó, bringing you today's news from Hungary and the Carpathian Basin. Let's jump right into it. Viktor Orbán congratulated Greece's new Prime Minister, Kyriakos Mitsotakis. After his landslide victory on Sunday, he received his credentials on Monday. The Hungarian Prime Minister wrote to his counterpart, saying that he trusts that mutual cooperation and constructive dialogue will further strengthen cooperation between their countries in the future. Viktor Orbán wished his Greek colleague good health and good luck for the upcoming period. Viktor Orbán welcomed the Estonian Deputy Prime Minister at the Carmelite Monastery. Mart Helme is the president of the Estonian Conservative People's Party, which gained popularity after the spring elections and for the first time in its history surpassed the threshold necessary to get into parliament. State Secretary Katalin Novák also met the politician. They concluded that both governments want to solve demographic issues with family-friendly policies.
I would like to find a way to extend our cooperation, not only between the two countries, but also among the Baltic states and the Visegrad countries, the Estonian Minister of Interior said after talks with the State Secretary for Family and Youth Affairs and Vice President of Fidesz Katalin Novák. Mart Helme added that the family, culture, national language and sovereignty must be the cornerstones of cooperation. Hungary and Estonia both want to make Europe strong through its nation-states, the State Secretary for Family and Youth Affairs said. There are serious demographic challenges in both Estonia and Hungary. This is also true in Europe as a whole, and Estonians want to fight this challenge with a strong family policy as well. We are doing the same in Hungary, Katalin Novák said. Hungary's Prime Minister and President of Fidesz, Viktor Orbán, received the Estonian Minister of Interior, who is also President of the Estonian Conservative People's Party at the Carmelite Monastery on Monday. They discussed the respect of nations, the preservation of Christian culture, the protection of borders, and the fight against immigration. The parties agreed on the need to tighten immigration policy and to support European families in order to solve demographic problems.
Hungarian bus manufacturers could be getting lots of new orders soon. The government is supporting the manufacture of 1,300 environmentally friendly green buses. Towns with more than 25,000 inhabitants and local transport companies can apply for the new buses.
Salgótarján's first fully electric bus manufactured by the Chinese BYD in Komárom was put into service in April. The 12-meter-long bus can travel more than 250 kilometers on one single charge with zero emissions. The replacement of bus fleets was launched in several cities in recent years. In the first round, the government is supporting purchases of almost 1,300 environmentally friendly natural gas or electric-powered buses, the State Secretary for Energy and Climate Policy announced. Péter Kaderják said that the program was open to local governments of cities with more than 25,000 inhabitants and to local transport companies. In addition to eco-friendly aspects, the goal of the national bus strategy is to have more domestically manufactured buses on the Hungarian roads, the State Secretary for Economic Strategy and Regulation said. László György added that there were several companies in Hungary that could produce green buses. We basically counted on the capacity of 4 bus manufacturers. In their cases, we can speak of very serious added value, the State Secretary said. The replacement of outdated buses will start this year with a test program. The first tender will be published next year based on the participating municipalities' experiences. At first, towns and companies can also apply for support for vehicles powered by natural gas. But from 2022, the state will only support the purchase of electric buses.
From the end of October, there will be daily flights available between Budapest and Marosvásárhely. Currently, Wizz Air operates flights between the cities twice a week. According to the company, tourist and business passengers both have higher demand for flights. Péter Szijjártó said that the expansion is also important for national policy interests, since Hungarians inside and outside our borders will be able to keep in touch more easily.
There have been only 2 direct flights a week between Marosvásárhely and Budapest so far. But from the end of October, passengers can travel daily between the Hungarian capital and the Transylvanian city. The lives of commuters will be facilitated greatly by the increased frequency. The Budapest-Marosvásárhely flight has been in operation for 10 years and is one of the most popular routes among Wizz Air's offers. With the expansion of its service, the airline will be able to raise the number of passengers from 38,000 to 132,000 between the two cities each year. We have now launched a flight that practically meets any travel needs. Business travelers can use the service on a daily basis. It can be used for tourism, and it also helps Hungary's economic and cultural connections with Transylvania. So we think we have moved up to the next level with this flight, the company's CEO said. The airline will launch a new direct flight between Budapest and Kazan, the capital city of Tatarstan in Russia, starting from October. The Minister of Foreign Affairs and Trade, Péter Szijjártó, emphasized that Hungary has been in talks with Russia on launching the new flight since 2015, which brings benefits to both regions. Since the Tatar Republic is one of the most successful Russian federal subjects from an agricultural point of view, it serves as a market for a major part of the Hungarian agricultural and food products as regards live animals, seeds and grafts. Therefore, a direct air link obviously provides economic assistance to Hungarian companies that are already present on the Tatar market, the minister said. Kazan is the third Russian destination in Wizz Air's schedule. More than 1.2 million people live in the big city of Tatarstan, that is one of the 10 most populated cities in the country.
The Kolo-Serbian Cultural Center in Mórahallom was inaugurated on Monday. The building has an auditorium that can fit 400 people and even an Orthodox prayer room. The Minister of Foreign Affairs and Trade, Péter Szijjártó, said that Hungarian-Serbian relations have never been as good as they are now. He added that Hungary and Serbia are connected through their minorities, something the two countries look to not as a source of tension, but as a resource. The 30th Jubilee Bálványos Open Air University and Student Camp starts on July 23rd in Tusnádfürdő, Transylvania. The event began as a forum for Hungarian and Romanian intellectuals who wanted regime change, and in the past 3 decades it became a defining element of Hungarian national policy. This year's motto is Unified Camp. Tusványos will combine the Open Air University with a festival atmosphere this year as well. Visitors will have plenty of political and social discussions and events, as well as concerts and cultural scientific lectures to choose from.
What's new is the gastronomy and wine yard next to the folk music tent, where anyone interested can try different delicacies. This year's novelty is the 1568 Freedom of Religion tent that awaits participants with different religious-themed programs, and visitors can enjoy various birthday surprises and programs as well.
Europe's largest wild horse park is opening to visitors in Hortobágy. Przewalski horses were indigenous to Asia, China, Kazakhstan, Mongolia, and certain regions of France, but have once already completely died out in the wild. The world's last wild horses were gathered in a species-saving program. Visitors can get to know the special animals on July 13th and 14th at the Hortobágy Equestrian Days. A Hungarian, an Italian, and a Japanese artists exhibit titled Noble Affairs was opened in Győr on Monday. The Parallel Arts Foundation and the Rómer Flóris Arts and History Museum created it in cooperation, and the exhibit is fully embedded in the museum's contemporary visual arts concept. With their minimalist and refined works, the artists seek contemporary interpretations of traditional techniques. That's all for today. Catch the English news every day around 11:20 p.m. local time or stream it anytime online. Coming right up are M1's other foreign language news broadcasts. Thanks for watching. Good night.